Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I'm here to solve a classic Sudoku created by DJB. This Sudoku is titled The Classic World, and this is a really nice classic Sudoku. Having given this already, I can say this much, but it is a very tough one, so I thought of covering a video on the channel. The link to solve this is in the description of the video. Please do give it a try and come back and watch the video. And some news going around the Sudoku world. The Sudoku Grand Prix round 3 is about to start over the weekend. This is authored by Croatian author. So kindly check it out. The instruction booklet is available on the World Puzzle Federation website. So we may cover, I'm not sure, variant or two from the Sudoku GP. So, but it's not confirmed yet. But so stay tuned to the channel. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. We are nearing 3 years of posting on the channel. The first video on the channel was posted on June 16th, 2020. So we are about to reach 3 years. So please show us your support and subscribe to the channel. Right. Let me start this Sudoku. So I've given the Sudoku already. This is not a live solve. So I'll try to take you through the exact solve path. The rules are simple. Each row, each column and 3x3 box in the grid has digits 1 to 9 without any repetitions. So with that, we'll start the Sudoku. 1 in columns 1 and 2. So 1 goes in these two cells. And you don't have a 1 in column 5 or a 1 in row 1, so you get our first digit. So 1 goes here, and that puts 1 in one of these two cells. 1 is not in row 8 and row 9 of box 9, and that gives a 1 here. Okay, let's get to 2's now. 2 is in column 1 and 3. 2 is also not in row 4 of box 4, so 2 goes here, and 2 is in rows 1 and 3, so 2 goes here. Okay, you have 2's in column 4 and 5. You don't have 2 here, so that gives a 2 here, which follows that the 2 must go here. So let's go for the 3's now. You don't have a 3 here. You don't have a 3 here. So 3 goes into this domino. So that gives a 3 in row 8, which also gives a 3 in this domino. And you have 3's in rows 5 and 6 and a 3 here. So that gives a 3 in these two cells. Okay, let's get to the next digit. 4's in columns 1 and 2, so that gives me a 4 in these two cells. And you don't have 4 in row 4 or column 8, so 4 goes in one of these two cells. Okay, let's get to 5's. 5 isn't in column 1 or row 8, so 5 goes here. 5 is not here, so 5 goes here. And I'm quickly checking the other boxes to see if we have only 2 possibilities. Nope. Let's get to 6. 6 in rows 2 and 3, so you get 6 in here. 6 in columns 1 and 3, so you get a 6 in this domino here. And I'm checking the other boxes now. Okay, let's get to 7's. 7 is not in row 7, so that gives 7 in these two cells. And if you look closely enough, there are no other boxes which have only 2 or fewer possibilities of 7. Getting to 8's now. 8 goes in this domino. 8 is not in here, 8 is not here in these 3 cells, so 8 goes in here. and 8 isn't here because of this 8, and 8 is in column 6, so 8 goes here. Very nice. Okay, let's get to 9s now. 9 is in row 1 and row 2. So in row 3, it goes here in box 3, right? And 9 in box 4 goes here. 9 goes in here in row 4. You don't have 9 here, you don't have 9 here, so 9 goes here. And you can see that we have locked 2 digits into 2 cells, so which means I'll replace them using center candidates. That becomes a 3-9 pair. Excellent. So I'm quickly confirming if we have left any other corner pencil mark. I don't think so. Time to start making center candidates. So let's start with box 8 here. I have 1, 2, 5, 8, 3 and 9. So which means I will need 4, 6 and 7 in these cells. Okay, let me go to box 4 now. You have 2, 3, 5, 9, 4 and 6. So you'll need 1, 7 and 8 in that box. This is 7, 8. This is 1, 8 and this will be a 1, 7 and 8. Okay, so let's go to box 9 now. You'll need 2, 4, 5 and 6. And you can see that these 2 cells cannot take a 2. So they clearly become 4, 5, 6. And these 2 cells can't take a 5 because you have a pointing pair of 5s here. So these become a 2, 4, 6. Now if you let your eyes graze along this column, you'll very soon hit this cell where you'll see that it can't take 2, 5, 3, 7, 9 and of course 1 and 8. So this cell has only 2 possibilities, which are 4 and 6. And that coupled with these 3 cells mean that you have found a beautiful triplet: 4, 6, 4, 5, 6 and 4, 5, 6. Excellent. So which means the remaining cells in that column has to take 3 and 7. They form a 3, 7 pair. So this cell is not a 6 anymore, right? So 6 is forced into this cell, and this is not a 6. That's a 2 or a 4. Excellent. And now I'm just continuing along making pencil marks. Look at these 3 cells. They can't be 1, 8, 9, 4 and 6. So you'll need 2, 3, 5 and 7. This is not a 3. This is not a 2. So this is a 5 or a 7. And this will be a 2, 5 or a 7. This will be a 2, 3 or a 5 because of the 7 here. So just basic pencil marking there, nothing complicated. Look at row 3 now. You have 1, 8, 9, 2, 4 and 6. So this will be 3, 5, 7 and this will be 3, 5, 7. There is a reason I'm making all these pencil marks because you will need all these markings to get some breakthrough in the Sudoku. And look at this cell. You can't have 1, 3, 6 or 9. So it also cannot be 2 and 4. So this will be a 5, 7 and 8. Okay, let me make a few more pencil marks and then I'll show you the exact thing that you need to crack this classic. 2, 5, 6, 9, 1 and 3. So I'll need 4, 7, 8 along column 1. This is 7 or 8. And if you look at row 9 column 1, it cannot be 8. So this is 4 or 7. And this cannot be 7. So this will be 4 or 8. Right. So I think we have made enough pencil marks here. I could of course go on making, but I think this is sufficient for now. At this point, the thing that I found out was, it is really complicated, so I'm not going to pause the video here. But if you want to find something here yourself, you can pause the video and go for it, but it is very hard. So I'll just warn you about that. Now, what I found at this point was there may be something much simpler than that. So I'll wait for you guys to explain in the comment about that. We'll be happy to read that. So what I found was, what happens if this two cells here become a 5-7 pair, right? Imagine for a moment that there is no 2 here and they become a 5-7 pair. What happens is 7 is no more here, so 7 goes in here. Let me mark that using yellow. So this becomes 8 now, just keep that in mind. So you have a 7 in the yellow cell, 8 in the green cell, and we already have started with a 5-7 pair in those red cells. So which means this cell, let's make it pink, cannot be 5 because we started out with the 5-7 pair in column 3, box 3, and it cannot be a 7 because 7 is in yellow cell, and it cannot be 8 because 8 is in green cell. So the pink cell can be nothing if you have a 5-7 pair here. So this is how I found out. There may be different ways, obviously, not obviously, but there may be different ways to look at this technique, and but this is what I found. So you need to have 2 here, otherwise the Sudoku breaks. This is a 2, and that gives you a 4 here, which means this will be a 5-6 pair, and that finishes off box 9. You get a 2 here, and this 5-6 pair gives me a 4 here, right? So let me remove these stray marking. So if you look at column 9, I have 1, 3, 4, 9 and 2 and 6. So this will be 5, 7, 8, right? You can't have 2 here. Let me eliminate the 2 from this cell. Okay, let's put some finishing touches to box 5. 9, 3, 4, 2, 5, 7. So I'll need 1, 6 and 8. So this is a 6 and 8. You don't have 1 here. This is not 8, so this is 1 and 6. All right. Now let's look at column 6. 1, 2, 3, 9 and 8. So I'll need 4, 5, 6 and 7. 7 can't be here, so this is 4, 5, 6. And this cannot be 4 or 6, so this is a 5 and a 7. I'm just pausing to think here. Right. So if you look at this cell, 1, 2, 9, 4 and 6, it actually, at first look, it contains 4 digits, right? 3, 5, 7, 8. But you'll very quickly see that these 3 cells are forming a beautiful Y-wing, right? You have a hinge cell and you have 2 wing cells. Let me mark that using maybe orange. The wing cells are marked using orange and the hinge cell is marked using blue. And you can eliminate the digit which is common between the orange cells, in this case 5, from the cell which sees both of these cells. So you can see that this cell, let's mark it using green. The green cell is seeing both of these cells. So you can't have 5 in this cell, because if you do, you'll quickly notice that this becomes 7, this becomes 3, and you don't have anything in the blue cell, right? So 5 is going to be eliminated from this cell. So it can only be 3, 7, 8, nothing else. I need to pause and think here because I'm not certain what I did here, but it was nothing hard if I remember correctly. 2, 4, 6, 1 and 9. So this is not a 7. This is 3, 5 and 8. You can't have a 7 there. All right. This can't be a 4. You already have a 4 here. And you just have 2 digits left out in row 8, which means this is 6 or a 7. Very well. Ah, beautiful. Really beautiful. Watch closely. So I'm going to say that in row 4, one of these cells, let's mark that using colors. Colors are always easy to, explain things. One of those yellow cells in row 4 will take an 8, and that is really easy. So if this cell, that is row 4 column 2, is an 8, you already have an 8 in one of these two cells. The thing to see is what happens if this is a 7. Now that is also very easy to see. Once you do that, in column 7, 7 is forced here, 5 is forced here, and now this cell can't be 5, can't be 7, it is an 8. So which means that our original hypothesis was that 8 must be in one of these two cells, which is proved. So none of the other cells in that row cannot take an 8. So these two cells, this domino, can't be 2, 3, 7 and 4, 6 and 8. So they will be a 1, 5 and 9. And this is not a 1, this is not a 5. Okay. So some of these markings that I'm using may not be needed, but I'm not entirely certain which ones are required and which can be ignored safely. Give me a moment here, guys. Okay, look at this cell. It has a bi-value candidate 1, 2, 8, 3 and 9 and 4 and 6. So clearly this is 5 or a 7. Wow, we have almost painted the whole grid with pencil markings. Do we have something 5, 7, 3, 5, 7? So I was just thinking what happens if this is a 7, then both of these guys are forced to be 5, and there is not really any problem with both of them becoming 5. So I'm seeing missing some contradiction somewhere. I could spot this quickly enough yesterday, but suddenly I can't seem to remember here. So it is something new that I have to find all over again. What did I see here? Okay, let's just put some more pencil marks. 4, 8, 2, 7, 9. So I'll need 1, 3, 5, 6 in these two cells. This cannot be 6, so this is 1, 3, 5. And this cannot be 3, so this is 1, 5 and 6. Okay. This is also a bi-value candidates. 2, 5, 7, 4 and 6. So I need 1, 3, 8 and 9, and you'll also see that 3 and 9 are ruled out. So this is 1 and 8. Wow. This is not a 5. This is a 3 and 8. So if this is an 8, both of these are forced to be 1s, and 1 would go here, and I don't think there is a problem with that. Feels as though something is staring at me in the eye, but I'm missing it altogether. Okay, along this column, 2, 3, 1, 4 and 9. So I'll need 5, 6, 7 and 8. So this is a 5, 7, 8. And this is not a 7, so this is 5, 6 and 8. So let's just remove those, annoying corners, because we have almost pencil marked every cell. So that these are not required really. I have a 6, 7 pair here. I also have a 7 pair here. Am I seeing something here? There's certainly something here which I'm missing, guys. Okay, let's just remove the yellow colors now. They're kind of distracting. So I'm just seeing what happens if this is a 5. So instantly this becomes a 5. This is a 9. This is a 9. 3, 7, 5. So I don't think this cell can be a 7, guys. I don't think that can be a 7. I'm just confirming that again. Let me quickly see. So that becomes 7, becomes 8, becomes 5, becomes 9, 1, 8, 3. Yeah. Yes, that cannot be a 7. And I'm going to take you through a chain, but there may easily be a shorter version of this. So, but I'll just show you what I'm seeing here. So if this is a 7 here, let's just, track the 7. So if this is a 7 here, in column 7, you will have a 7 here, right? And now, yeah, just you need to track the by-value candidates, guys. I think it's a bit, what do you say? Thinking too far ahead, but still I'm going to show you this because I don't remember exactly what I saw yesterday. So if you have 7 here, 7 goes here. So this cell becomes an 8. So tell you what, I'll just first remove the corners. That will clearly explain you what my thought process here is at this point. We don't need the corners anymore, right? We've already pencil marked extensively, so the grid is quite clean now. Okay, so now I'll start using corner to show you exactly what I saw. If this is a 7, 7 goes here, right? So until this point, it's very easy to see there is nothing difficult here. Yeah, so it all boils down here, I think. So which means this will be 3, this will be 8, this will be 1, this will be 9, and this will be 5. So until this point, it is just going along the by-value candidates. You don't need to think deeply here. It's just like a chain. You have a 7 here in column 7, 7 is posted here. So which means this will be 3, this is 8, this is 1, this is 9, this is 5. It all falls down once you think that way. Now look at row 4. You clearly have a contradiction, right? You have 5, 7 here, right? And you also have 5, 7, 8 and 7, 8 here, which means you have 3 digits, 5, 7 and 8, and 4 cells to take 3 digits. Not possible at all. So if this is 5 and 7, this will be 8. Then what do you put here? So this is a clear contradiction. I mean, there may be a cleaner way of seeing this chain or something else even better, but I'm going to show you this and continue the Sudoku. So 7 cannot be in the pink cell. That is a 5. So that is a 3. That is a 7. That is a 5. And this becomes a 3-7 pair. And this becomes a 7-8 pair. Let's remove these pinkies. Okay, 7 here gives me 3 here. So no 3 here. And in row 1, this will be 3 or 8. And now look where the 5 goes in column 3. There's only one cell. 5 goes here. And that resolves this 6-5 pair. This is not a 6 or 7. And you also have a 5 here. So this is not a 5. That's 4, 6. And now 7 has only one cell left in column 6. So 7 goes here. That's 4. That is 6. That is 4. 7 here gives me 6. 4 here gives me 7. And 5, 6, 8, 4, 8. This is a 7. That is a 5. Nothing. I'm just finishing off the grid. So 7, 3, 8, 3, 7. This is not a 7. This is 1, 8 pair. And 8 here gives me 1, 1, 9, 3, 9, 5, 1, 8, 7, 6, 5, 8, 1, 8 and 6. And with that, we have completed this wonderful classic Sudoku by DJV. DJV time and again has managed to produce some classic Sudokus that are hard and really requires you to think of interesting ways to complete it. So please do let us know your thoughts in the comment below how you solve this classic Sudoku. And thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.